Hey, Game Changers, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Primetime Gamechangers podcast. This is the after Thanksgiving edition. Hopefully, you guys are not fully engorged to where you can't move. But if you can't, check us out. You can listen. Maybe you're tuning in, watching on your phone, just trying to recover. Man, I love Thanksgiving, bro. It's so good.
Are you surprised I'm sitting here right now knowing how much I eat?
Yeah, I think you probably reserved 2 turkeys for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it was not easy to, get up and go this morning because I slept like a baby. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You kind of just eat all that food. I mean, it's like the most, I don't want to say bittersweet, but it's like very like confusing on what you're supposed to do each Thanksgiving, because here's why. You want to eat a bunch and eat enough that you feel like you enjoy Thanksgiving, but you don't want to eat so much that you don't have leftovers for a couple of days, because then you can meal prep off of it. So think about it.
We call these the first world problems, where you're trying to figure out, do I eat all the food or do I save all of it?
That's what I'm trying to say. And so,
and then you got the tryptophan hangover, right? So like you eat and eat and eat, and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna watch this game, and then
do you have a turkey leg on like a day like today, the day after Thanksgiving? You save like a couple legs and sit on the couch and enjoy it while you're watching football.
How many legs is your turkey?
I mean,
do you get like the turducken thing? That's
like we get like my family, when my grandfather was alive, we used to, well, now it's my brother, me, my dad, and my uncle. We'll sit around and we'll do turkey legs and just be men.
I love turkey legs.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it
looks like a big tomahawk, man. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
So can we actually start a new revolution of tomahawk steaks for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, for real.
Because turkey meat is not that great. I mean,
you don't think so?
This sounds weird, but the dark meat's really good.
I like the gravy.
I like the dark meat. It's good. The white meat's a little.
Yeah. I'm
not trying to be racist. I'm just, I'm just saying.
It's bland or whatever, Yeah.
I'm not white people. I'm not saying you're bland. I'm just saying. The meat on the turkey.
I'll just say it. But you're saying it was.
But the turkey leg is good. I've had it fried. Obviously, you have the traditional baked.
Yeah.
Stop it. But your uncle does the smoked turkey, right?
Yeah, phenomenal.
Pastor Shane?
Dude, phenomenal.
Okay. So what's your favorite way of doing the turkey?
I do really like that smoked.
Okay.
It really is phenomenal. But, I mean, I do enjoy also, like, just the sides are phenomenal. Like,
you got to give me your top 3.
I mean, the mashed potatoes, man, you can't. I like, honestly, eating my meat with mashed potatoes and using my mashed potatoes as if it's like a sauce. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, for instance, I love prime rib. So, like, prime rib even on, like, a Thanksgiving is phenomenal. But, like, or Christmas. But doing that with, like, garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Or, like, you have, like, lamb chops. And you do something like, I'm a lamb chop. My dad,
love lamb chops.
Dad is obsessed with lamb chops. Dad, you are obsessed with lamb chops. But I would say, like, I love using like the potatoes and the meat together.
Okay.
And and then you could put corn on the potatoes too. I'm kind of one of those that does that too. But see, the thing about Thanksgiving is like, you get the people who don't want certain foods touching other foods. And then you have the people that are like, oh, just mix it all together. Right. It's going down anyways.
All right, so which one are you?
I don't like when certain foods do touch. I'm not going to lie. But if it's traditional stuff, like, I don't mind that stuff. The only food I'm really picky about, man, in my entire life is cheese.
Cheese.
Like, extremely picky about cheese. And I know that's crazy. The Packers, cheese heads, all that stuff.
Didn't even put two and two together.
People tell me it all the time. Like, how could I be a Green Bay fan, And
when you say you're picky about cheese, is it just like certain types or like the way it's cut? Like what? All the above?
So
the way it
I'll tell you how like picky I am. So like obviously when you've been to Green Bay, I love the cheese curds, right? It's that melted, cheese like mozzarella it's like a mozzarella stick kind of, but like a cheese curd, and it's fried and all that. Don't mind it. I like shredded cheese on a salad, like Parmesan or whatever. I like cheese on tacos, but I don't like the queso sauce. So like people go to like a Mexican place and they have like chips and queso. I'm a chips and guac guy or salsa.
Okay.
I hate like that cheese sauce. Or you go to a sports event and people do like the pretzel and cheese. Can't stand it.
What about nachos and cheese?
Can't stand that.
Really?
I would rather like take shredded cheese and like melt it in the microwave than have like that cheese sauce. I can't stand that stuff. Man. And like I hate powdered cheese. So like Doritos, Cheetos, can't stand it. I will not.
Even the really thin, crunchy
So
Cheetos. 'Cause
those
that's
like
my
cheese
go-to.
boards, you'll never see me taking cheese from it. I can't stand that stuff. The only cheese that I would say I would eat by itself is Parmesan. I love Parmesan.
Parmesan's really good.
But like American cheese, I'll eat it on a burger, but you'll never just see me take like a square of American cheese and just eat it. I can't. I don't know what it is. I've been picky about cheese like since I was a little kid.
No, fair
And
enough.
you know, so my offensive lineman on one of my football teams, we used to go out and like go to a sports event when we had like an off week or something and go to a basketball game, and I'd take my linemen out if they like, protected me and I didn't get hit in the game or sacked in the game, and I'd take them out. And like this one guy, I was like, we were watching this basketball game and all of a sudden I was like feeling something in my arm. I can't remember. I think it was like my left tackle or maybe it was my center. Literally like they had gotten like the pretzel and cheese and he was like putting cheese on my like arm just to mess with me. And so now it's getting in my like arm hair and all this. I was like, you are a sly dog. Sly dog. Like I was ticked, man, because I can't stand that stuff, just to joke with me and everything. So yeah. So let's just say I put whipped cream in his helmet before practice one day, and yeah,
Yes. Locker room culture.
Yeah. So, but
Well,
yeah.
Wait, what about mac and cheese? Because that's my go-to, man. I love mac and cheese.
Depends. Well, it's not processed, right? We're talking like homemade mac and cheese.
Yeah, like the gourmet with the little breadcrumbs on top of it.
Yeah,
and
see,
really make it
I
a
don't
little
think
bougie.
I'm
Not
picky about
Kraft.
it. I don't think I can do it. I'm picky
Really?
about it. I've had it. It depends who makes it.
Well, not Kraft.
No,
They just got
no.
sued.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
just
do
got sued. Yeah. But,
Shout out to RFK Jr. We're getting our food back, people.
Yeah.
Real food.
We're going to make America healthy again.
Yeah.
Real food.
But anyways, let's dive into it, man. I think today's topic is thankfulness in the journey.
Yeah, man.
And just learning how to be thankful in the journey and walking through, the journey, but understanding that, we've got to be thankful even in the hard times, but then also like be thankful and look at like what God has done. Like even let's just talk about this month, like what God has done. Like we've had such a long journey, but it's like, man, look what God did with the election. Look
Yeah.
what God is doing in this country and for the nations of the world. And it's important that we remember to be thankful. Today's Black Friday and it's like everybody just goes out and acts crazy. And it's like,
It's the opposite of
it reminds me of the
thankfulness.
movie Jingle All the Way. It's like my favorite Christmas
Yeah.
movie where it's like we're diving down like
Yeah.
shopping aisles for that last Turbo Man or that doll, knocking over an employee or a worker or some, consumer. Sorry, buddy. Just to get that last item.
Yeah.
Be thankful for what you have. Don't be the person that is like, running over some elderly person or child to get that 50% off television screen or something like that
Yeah.
or whatever it is. So I think that's important is thankfulness in the journey. But, we were talking about this and it's like, you really are living in life. Everyone's living a life right now of something they've prayed for, right? So like you at least have one thing in your life that you prayed for that you are living
That's
right
good
now, the
perspective.
answer of it,
Yeah.
right? So, there's many things that you could have prayed for 10 years ago, but you're living in now. Think about it. So it's like we have to live in that thankfulness of like, okay, there might be things I want still in my future that haven't come yet, but you have to look back and remember like, how many things did you pray for in the past that God brought into your life that you're living in right now? You're living in it right now.
I love the thought of that. Let's park it there for a minute.
Yeah.
Because just the thought, I'm trying to wrap my head around this because it's such a profound statement
Yeah.
that you're living in the very thing that maybe that you prayed for, whether that was a year ago, 2 years ago,
Yeah.
10 years ago, or you're living in something that your parents prayed for you.
Dude, yeah.
So
Generational
the
blessings,
prayer,
right?
yeah, the prayers of
Yes.
others you're living in right now. So I think, Pastor
Correct.
Matt, that adds another layer of thankfulness. And I
Yep.
think there's a couple things that we have to address when we're talking about this. So you have thankfulness, you have gratitude, but specifically when it comes to like the biblical perspective, you have joy.
Yep.
And so I want to read this really quick because I thought it
Sure.
was a great explanation of how we view joy or how it should be viewed when you're looking at the Bible and just the fruit of the Spirit. So the Greek word for joy is chara, which signifies obviously so much more than fleeting feelings of happiness, but it literally means to live in the awareness of God's grace and favor. And when you talk about this topic we're discussing, when you talk about thankfulness, gratitude, joy, I think there's different levels. So I think for me, I think about thankfulness, maybe that's in relation to a specific event.
It's good.
Or perhaps maybe something that just happened. So I'm thankful for this circumstance. I'm thankful for this event. Where gratitude might be just an overall sentiment or a disposition that someone might have. But then you have joy, which is not from you.
Yeah.
Joy is coming from a revelation that you have in your relationship with the Father and understanding who He is and what He has given you and positioned you with to operate. That to me is such a greater level of understanding of, hey, despite circumstances, despite moments where it may seem like things aren't going my way, I have the confidence knowing that God has given me a perspective that He's got my back, that He's with me every step of the way. And for that, I have joy. I have a continuous faith in whatever it is that I'm facing.
And yes, and I'll second that, because I had saw something, and I actually was, you literally like were almost stealing the words out of my mouth right there and didn't even know it.
Glad to stop.
So I had seen a quote, and it said, "Why do we long for God to be our sense of peace when we are seeking the world as our sense of satisfaction? You cannot serve two masters." So literally, like that's it. Like so many people are not thankful in life for the things they have, or they take pride in the things they have, but who are they being thankful to for it?
Yep, the gift
You know
of
what
the
I
giver.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you were in your hardships and hard times, are you remembering who got you through that? You know? And I think people, like we've always talked about it on the show, like want instant gratification and all this stuff. It's like, you know, am I keeping up with the trends? Am I keeping up with society? Am I, you know, making enough to get by? How do people view me? And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, like we have to remember, like, you know, something else I saw was 10 signs you're doing well in life. 1, you have someone that loves you. We both can say we have that.
Yes.
2, you ate today. Okay. Yes. Definitely ate last night. Okay. All day yesterday. Going to eat more today, right? You have a roof over your head is number 3. Number 4, you have goals. Okay. Let me stop right there. If you wake up every day and don't have a goal in life, that is not a good place to be in. Like you should wake up every day with something that you have a goal about, like that you want to obtain.
Yeah.
My brother has always said it, like wake up every day and make yourself be comfortable in being uncomfortable. Like learn to be uncomfortable, because, and be thankful in being uncomfortable.
Yeah. So
because that's when comfortability comes.
So it's even in that level, it's having an appreciation for having a new day to even
100%.
go and do something.
Yeah.
To do something purposeful.
100%.
Make a lasting impact. That's good.
Number 5, you have clean water. Number 6, you have a family. Number 7, you're able to exercise. That's the other thing. Don't sit around and just literally complain about, you know, the way you look and then not do anything about it through prayer, but also exercise and taking care of your body in both the spirit and the flesh. Because your body also is affected by how you think and act and pray in the spirit, right? So like if your body is affected, I mean, think about it. People speak death and life over their body, right? So your body is the outer proof of sometimes how you speak, but also what you're doing in your private time. Like if you are not eating right, if you're not praying right, if you're not speaking right, if you're not taking care of your body with sleep or nutrition or proper exercise, think about it. Like maybe make that a goal that, hey, I want to become healthier, right? I want to eat better. I want to cut out certain things in my diet, or maybe I want to cut out certain movies. Maybe you're watching something that you shouldn't be watching. So then you're getting these mental things inside of you and ideologies, right? A lot of people deal with that stuff, and depression comes because of something they watched, right?
Yeah. So I'm following you. So through through exercise, for example,
Yeah.
through
There's a psychological effect. to
through
it, too.
through being conscious about the things that we watch, the things we partake in,
Yes.
that can affect our disposition on how thankful we are, because it literally affects
Yes.
our mood.
Yes.
I
don't want to work out today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like even number 8 says you have your health. Okay.
Yeah.
So like you are in control of your body, both by your mouth, what you speak, what you pray, and also what you are physically
Sure.
doing each and every day. Like how you're eating. Am I working out?
Yeah.
You know, you're in control of that. Number 9, you have a job. Okay. So you're living a good life. You have a job. And it's better too when you're doing something that God has called you to do each and every day and you get to wake up knowing you're doing that, than like you're just doing something to pay the bills
Right.
and you're not really happy. You know, number 10, you woke up today, man. Like you woke up, you just said it.
That's
like
real.
you woke up
Yeah.
today with the ability to do everything else on this
to
list.
do something.
Everything else on
Yep.
this list, you woke up at number 10, you woke up today and have the ability to rehash every other thing on this list. And remember that.
That's so good. You know, going back to what you were saying about, you know, the ideologies and certain things, I think you nailed something right there, especially when you talk
Yeah.
about, you know, having thankfulness, you know, having a mind or having the heart of joy, having the spirit of joy, those different things.
Yes.
That is all about positioning yourself and your mindset to focus on, to focus instead of like accomplishment,
100%.
which I think is a big thing that we focus on in
Yep.
our generation
Yep.
and society is, you know, what's the material result of said thing? That's
Totally agree.
that's what we value. But I think it's actually being in a position to actually have the opportunity to accomplish things. And, you know, that's not a guarantee. Whereas, you know, maybe some people might think that, oh, it's everyone's right to have an equal opportunity, but that's not necessarily the case. And I think we have to show a measure of thankfulness and gratitude that our forefathers who founded this nation, you know, sacrificed and set up for
That's
us to
very
even
good.
have these opportunities to accomplish things, but
Right.
also, you know, our parents, for those of us who are younger, you know, and then also for those who are older on the older spectrum, maybe you have kids or grandkids, you know, showing a thankfulness that God has given you a legacy.
Yep. That's a big one.
So
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I think what we have to do, Matt, is we have to get away from always looking for the material evidence to be thankful for things,
Yep.
and we need to start looking at the intangible, the values. We have to start looking at the things that help that got us to where we are, or that are getting us to where we are,
Yep.
which is the process itself.
Well, look at the
And
Israelites.
it may not always be pretty,
Yeah.
but hey, knowing that God is getting you somewhere,
Yeah.
and that there's always a redemptive plan.
That's wow. That right there, the redemptive plan. Because think about it. The children of Israel, here God had brought them out of Egypt and through the Red Sea.
Yep.
And literally, they were saying at the Red Sea, oh, well, God, you know, he brought us here to die. We're
Yeah.
trapped.
Yeah.
Then God brings them through the Red Sea. And then they turn a 7-day journey into 40 years in the wilderness because of what? Unthankfulness.
Thankfulness. Yep.
And literally, they could not be thankful for where God brought them and just stay through the journey.
You
Just
nailed
stay on the
something.
journey.
Well, you nailed something.
Thankfulness.
So because
They forgot everything that was done in the past.
But here's what happened, though. Because they were bitter and because they got into a place of unthankfulness, they affected the next generation.
That's why even though President Trump got in, have thankfulness in the journey, because guess what? There's still 4 years here that it doesn't mean we stop fighting.
Right.
We still got to be thankful, because here's the thing. There's a lot of people that are like, yeah, Trump got in, right? But then one attack or thing happens from the left, and it's like everybody just gets in panic mode of like, oh no, here we go, this. And it's like, do you not see God's redemptive plan of what he did? Can we not have thankfulness and be thankful for what God has done? Do we not trust God? That's the other thing. Trust and thankfulness should go together. Like, you should be able to trust God and be thankful and be like, you know what? I see what God has done in the past. I know that my future is set in stone and
He is.
God's got me.
Yep.
You know, that's why Paul and Silas in jail could have thankfulness and sing praises unto God. Here they had been beaten, put in prison, but it was their thankfulness that also saved a soul that night. The jailer got saved. Think about it. They could have complained. They could have marched off and been like, oh, wow, we're free. But like, what a terrible day. I totally forgot about that guy. Think about that. But their thankfulness for where God got them caused them to keep fighting.
Exactly.
That's why Peter and John even went back out into the town hall or the courtyard or the city and preached after they were in prison.
Yep.
After the angel freed them, they went right back to where
Exactly.
they preached before and did it again. And I think thankfulness causes you to have an advantage over most people you're around, because it causes you to think not from your thoughts in your head, but it makes your thoughts in your head submit to how you feel in your heart, your spirit. Your spirit led then, because you're thinking then not from a fleshly thing. You're thinking from your spirit. You're living by your spirit. You're thankful for where God has brought you. And when your spirit led, I mean, you can go as far as you want at that point, you know?
Exactly.
Nothing can stop you. The journey is sometimes not going to be easy. But when you're thankful in the journey, that ultimately makes it to where now you're moving with the anointing of the Lord, you know, beside you, the redemptive plan, as you say.
Exactly. You know, thankfulness helps you, like you just mentioned. I was just thinking of those things when you said they went and prayed in the square after that. But what it does is it gives you the big picture. Thankfulness. It keeps you focused on the things that matter. So you're not going to get in a place of complacency.
No.
You're not going to get a place of fear and stop. You're going to keep pushing.
Because you're having thankfulness. Yeah.
Because you're appreciative, one, of what God has done and what he's doing.
Yes.
But it also gives you an appreciation of where he's going to take you.
Yes.
And so that's what
I would encourage everybody in America right now.
Because we should be thankful for what happened with the election.
Yes.
We should be thankful of the things that are changing. But to me, it's also giving us a preview of what lies ahead of the goodness of God. And so when you have the disposition to just focus on, you know, of joy, to not focus on the things that might be challenging or the things that are causing delay, what that really does is it keeps you focused and it keeps you in faith to keep pressing, because on that other side, you know that God is going to provide for you because of what he's already done.
Yeah. And I would say, I mean, you know, look at all the verses that talk about being thankful and having thankfulness. And I mean, notice this. Colossians 4:2, devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and what? Thankful. Thankful. Okay, you got to be watchful for the future, but thankful. If we're thankful before the moments even happened, then guess what we're doing? We're praying it through in thankfulness. There's a difference in praying out of being desperate and praying, Father, I thank you that you have this.
Right.
I thank you that this is going to manifest in my life. I thank you that this is coming to pass in America. I thank you that this nation shall be great and is great. You know what I mean? And it will stay great. But like even like looking at this, right? It says, let me just grab this here. Yeah, it says in 1 Chronicles 16, verse 34, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. And watch this part. His love endures forever. So therefore, we should be thankful that his love endures forever, even in a hard journey.
Yep.
Because, so there you go. There's a reason you should always be thankful, because you can sit and be knowledgeable in the fact that God's love endures forever. So why do we have to worry? I feel like there should be no excuse that we shouldn't be thankful. Sitting around and complaining goes nowhere. And I think, you know, I saw somebody post this, but it said, and actually, it was our good buddy Willie who had posted this, but it said,
what's up, Willie?
Yeah, what's up, Willie? But this had said, generational curses stop when you take action against the things your family has done for years that broke them, and now you refuse with God's strength to do the same. So let's take it to example, right? In a few remaining minutes. Think of it this way. Let's say you had family members for generations that were unthankful. Israelites are a perfect example. 40 years, man. Let's say unthankful. You have the ability to break that curse by being thankful and saying, like, I'm going to stop what I watched break the people before me And now I'm going to choose to be the bridge that's in this gap now, because I don't want to see my generation and the future generations after me.
That's exactly it.
And their legacy and the lineage be affected because of my lack of breaking that curse or not being thankful. And people that sit around and play the victim role all the time are usually the most unthankful people in the world.
Yeah. Man, you nailed it.
Yeah.
And I to wrap all this up, what I just got a vision of when you were talking
Yeah.
and sharing that post by Willie, shout out to Willie again, man.
Yeah.
Love you. Thankfulness sets up memorials in the spirit.
Dude.
So think about memorials. Memorials are landmarks.
Yeah.
So what you're doing, and they actually did this in the Bible, but every time God did something amazing, they would set up 12 stones.
Yep.
And they would set it up as a memorial. And what that was is it was a reminder of the goodness of God and what he's done. But also what it does is it keeps a perpetual doorway open for the power of God to flow through your life and his goodness to flow.
Yes.
So the more that you are thankful in your life, you are opening the doors of heaven to pour out God's goodness in your life, in your kids, the kids to follow, but also in this nation. It doesn't take much to see this nation shift and receive God's goodness, but you got to have a remnant that are willing to operate in the spirit of thankfulness.
Well, and even, okay, think about it this way. The last closing scripture, 1 Thessalonians 5:18, it said, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus.
There you go. It's agreement.
Notice what it says, all circumstances. It doesn't matter how good or bad it is, all circumstances. So I want to just encourage everybody, all circumstances, give thanks in everything. Okay? We have a lot to be thankful for, so let's not be negative, okay? But also, here's the other thing. Let's not be complacent either. Okay? It's very easy sometimes in the journey to say, well, God's done enough. Well, you know, can we really expect anything else? You know, some people get like that. Yes, you can expect more. Yes, you can. God wants to bless you. You know, he didn't just bless you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other times to just not bless you another 10 times. Think about it. Double blessing. You have that to be thankful for, but you have to pray it out in thankfulness. Don't pray prayers of, you know, you have negativity attached to it. Pray prayers of thankfulness to the Lord and watch things shift in your life. Okay? Watch when you speak life and not death, how things are going to start to manifest in your own life. And I'm telling you, just be thankful in the journey. That's our encouragement and our word for you guys today.
Amen.
We love each and every one of you. Go change the game wherever you're at and be thankful doing it. Eat lots of food today. This is round 2 as far as I'm concerned. This is like the second day. So it's a whole weekend. I'm just like, from Thursday to Sunday is just the most you eat all year.
That's right.
So it's like you do this once a year. So just enjoy it. Spend time with family, guys. We love you. Thanks for those that tuned into us today and those that eventually will watch this after the holiday season. Thank you again. Share this with somebody. Like, subscribe. Go to our YouTube, Facebook, everything. Follow us on Instagram at Primetime Gamechangers and share it with somebody as well. You don't want to miss the future episodes that we have coming out. Got some good ones for you. We love you guys. Change the game in your city. Bye-bye.